First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Colts.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First down, Indianapolis.
Back to Taylor on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Wentz going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
7. Browns, nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This is brought in at the 21. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get blown up up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Colts 13. Browns 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Man open, that's Robert Foster complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he whips that one incomplete there. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Wentz.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Mayfield now from the 50.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks, they often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
In around sack 3 or 4, I would think. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Good, strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get it from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. And again, it's Chubb. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's third and short.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Wentz now on first down.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down, Colts.
5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
26-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That is at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed, his rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And if you're wondering, by the way, how long that took, Next Gen Stats says 1.7 seconds from the snap to the moment that sack occurred. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Finding Harris over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Down, Colts.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 81 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Indy. 67 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Wentz. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One final try now for Wentz. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Colts, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will move them back to